You know, every now and then we run across a few folks that, well, do interesting stuff. And I got one on there with me right now. His name is Bryon. Bryon, you're on quite a trip. Where are you at right now?
Right now, I'm at the dam at Fort Peck, waiting for a shuttle ride around the dam.
Okay, so now the reason you got to get around the dam is because you're doing what?
I'm following the whole Missouri River from Three Forks, the headwaters, down to St. Louis, if God is willing.
Wow. Okay, so you started in Three Forks. So far, you've made it all the way down through the Missouri, and then what? Did you paddle all the way across Fort Peck to the dam?
Yeah, that's been a stretch. So it's been about 6.5 days, and it finished with some whitewater and big rollers and
I
a
was,
little bit of courage to get across this morning.
yeah, I was just gonna say Fort Peck can be a little cranky sometimes. And you're, how big of a canoe are you in?
15 foot.
15 foot. Is it like just a normal 15-foot open canoe then?
Yes, I have some deck covers, cloth deck covers that were definitely uh, needed because a few of the waves rolled over the top.
Oh my goodness!
So
Wow.
the deck covers did a good job and dispersed that water. So
How much water did you get in the canoe, or did you get any in?
yeah, I got some. I got one in my lap.
Oh,
I'm glad it was
jeez.
only one. That was a wake up call, but
Yeah.
um,
My
it,
goodness.
it worked.
Yeah. So how long do you think this is going to take to go from Three Forks to St. Louis?
Judging on other people's blogs and information that I have, I'm guessing I should be done about mid-August.
Mid-August. Wow.
Yeah, it's a long haul. I think that's the what makes it an adventure. I'm quite used to camping and canoeing,
Right.
just not for an entire summer on one trip.
Wow. Wow. Now, what made you decide to do this?
Well, I recently retired and I wanted an epic canoe trip because I've been canoeing all my life,
Wow.
and a canoe trip just seemed like the way to start retirement, and so I began researching long canoe trips.
And you found
By
one.
golly, this one was probably the longest one I found.
Yeah, that's what Missouri is technically the longest river in America.
Yes, depending on whose count you go by, it's
Yeah.
2,450 miles.
Yeah. Wow. So, um, so where are you from originally? Are you from Montana?
Nebraska.
Nebraska. So you came from Nebraska up to Three Forks
Yes.
and then put in your canoe and said, okay, here we go. We'll see what happens.
That's exactly the way it is.
So now where do you stay as you're traveling along?
Well, I have all my camping stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, wherever an uninhabited place along the river, I make home for the night.
Mm-hmm. Now, how has that gone for you?
Good.
Yeah.
I have a decent tent. I've survived some pretty heavy rains. Uh, Paddled in the rain all day one day
Mm-hmm.
just to stay warm.
Yeah. And how have the people been along the river as you're going?
Oh, that has been the fun part of this whole trip. Everybody has just been great.
Mm-hmm.
I had half a dozen fishermen stop and offer me water and fish and everything else.
Wow. Well, that's good old Montana hospitality for you.
It is very much.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to hold as you go into other states. Hopefully, but that may be different. So, what have you been eating then? During this trip so far, and what are you going to continue to eat? I mean, you probably didn't pack that much food, I would assume.
I have packed most of it.
Really?
It's
Okay.
it's a lot of kind of a mix of the commercial freeze-dried stuff,
Uh-huh.
some homemade dehydrated stuff, and just grocery items.
Mm-hmm. And then I suppose you can probably eat a fish or two along the way, as you said. Some of the.
I don't actually have any fishing equipment. So,
Oh, okay. Well, that might be something you're going to have to get. So I do want to just take a brief moment to welcome in a couple groups that I always do on these podcasts. That they're very special to us because, well, one, Montana per capita has more active and veterans of anywhere. But that is welcoming in our active military out there. We've got a lot of some watching this podcast on their ships, several of them on bases all around the world and that. So thank you so much for your service and what you do. And, of course, welcome to all of our veterans who love to take part in this as well and listen and watch. So thank you for your service, including my daughter, who's a veteran. And so glad to have her back home. So anyway, yeah. So you were saying this was something when you retired, you just said, okay, this is what I want to do. Do you have any kind of formula for how long you go each day, or do you just paddle till you're tired, or have you kind of mapped out your stops?
No, I definitely have not mapped out anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's usually if the weather's been nice and I've been able to paddle all day, it's just whenever I'm getting tired.
Mm-hmm.
On, like, say, Fort Peck, it was more what the weather's going to deal me.
Right. Yeah.
And I definitely had to work around that because it took a couple days longer than I anticipated just because of the wind.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, because you're pretty much paddling the whole length of Fort Peck, obviously. So you said, how long did that take you to get across all the way down to the dam?
Yeah, 6.5 days.
6.5 days. How about for navigation? When you get on a lake like that, do you have any kind of navigation that helps you know?
Yeah, Google Maps.
Google Maps. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it works.
It does. Thanks to my son helping me preload that stuff. I was unaware of how that works, but it's been working like a charm and puts my little point to show right where I'm at. So, so far that's worked out well.
Mm-hmm. And is this the first time you've been to Montana, or have you been up to Montana often fishing and stuff?
I've been to Glacier, and I've been through southern Montana, just kind of on a family vacation, no specific destination kind of thing.
Okay, so yeah, you're getting to see a lot of Montana now.
Oh yes.
How about landowners? Have any of them given you any trouble about where you're stopping, or do you usually find like a fishing access site or something?
I have not encountered any that I know of, so I don't know what their reaction is.
Yeah, you probably won't. You probably won't have any problem. Most of them are really good about that. Some of them get a little, worried on starting fires and stuff, but most of them, nah, they're good people. They all love to be out on the river too. So, in that case, you've got a very interesting story going. And so you live in Nebraska. Do you have family there waiting for you in Nebraska? How old are you?
I'm 60.
60.
And
okay.
Yeah, the family is following along on a GPS tracker that I have.
Cool.
So
okay.
It maps me out every hour or something, shows where I am at.
Uh-huh. And did it take some talking to get your wife to say, hey, this is a good idea, or did she think it was great?
I asked her if she wanted to come along. She goes, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Some gals are really into it, but a lot of them don't like that much time out on the water, but you never know.
No, I understood her response. And it's my deal to do.
Right.
So she's supportive of that. I'm glad.
Yeah. So this was mainly just something was it like a I wanted to see if I can actually do this, or what was the primary motivation? I know you retired, so kick it off with something unusual, but was there any other kind of special motivation that said this is why I should do this?
No, I didn't really take it on as a challenge, but
Mhm.
just as an ongoing adventure,
Yeah.
just to kind of see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I, I don't know if I'll make it to the end. We'll find out day by day.
Well, I hope you'll keep us posted along the way. Send us a picture or two. I've got a few of your pictures that we're, going to kind of sprinkle in as we go along, and talk here.
Hey, Rigger, I wanted to jump in here real quick and remind our viewers and listeners that the Montana Outdoor Podcast is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer, home of Boss snowplows and accessories, and Diamond Sea Trailers and Accessories. Go to rmtte.com and see everything they have waiting for you online. Or just come by 5680 Expressway in Missoula. And by Superior Hardwoods of Montana, delivering the highest quality lumber, paneling, flooring, and reclaimed wood products anywhere in North America. Let them guide you through the woods at their showroom in Missoula on Highway 93 South or at superior-hardwoods.com.
There would not be a podcast if it weren't for the support of great Montana-owned companies like Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer. So if you enjoy any of these podcasts and you happen to need a new trailer for work or hauling things on your next adventure, why not go see the folks that support what you like to do? For example, you can find right now at Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer something that all folks who love Montana's outdoors can always appreciate, and that is top-tier toughness. Yeah, it's what we need here in Montana's great outdoors. Whether we're on the job site or the open road, headed for our favorite fishing spot. Here's what I want you to do right now. Head to Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer either the next time you're in Missoula or right now at rmtte.com. Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer is your dealer for baseline equipment dump trailers. You're going to love these. What's great about anything from Baseline is everything they make is built to work as hard as you do. Baseline is a heavy-duty, high-performance trailer that hauls, dumps, and delivers no matter the load. Backed by real expertise and hometown service you can trust. And the only place you'll find them is at Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer. They're at 5680 Expressway in Missoula, or on the web at rmtte.com. As my friends at Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer put it, Baseline is basics done best. And don't forget, gang, you can also find the Diamond Sea Single Axle PSA trailer. PSA stands for Premium Single Axle Trailer, by the way. And I have to tell you, premium is an understatement. The Diamond Sea Single Axle PSA has a sleek design, rock-solid frame, and unbeatable performance. The PSA is your go-to for daily hauling, whether it's at the job site or at the campsite. And you guessed it, you will only find them at Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer, your local Diamond Sea Single Axle PSA trailer dealer, right there at 5680 Expressway in Missoula, or go see them at rmtte.com. Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer, your work hard and play hard headquarters at rmtte.com. Has there been, you just got around Fort Peck Dam. Has there been anything that was a surprise or a favorite of yours so far that you've seen or done?
One funny little story. So like I said, I have a lot of camping experience, and I'm always kind of bear aware. And I knew that some of the areas that in the upper section here would potentially have some bear activity, but I hadn't seen anything until I forget the area, but it was in an established campsite. I saw a bear. And that just made me think, I think I'm going to stick to the wild camping, stay away from the established areas, because that's where the bears like to hang out.
Yeah, yeah. So what kind of a bear was it? Was it a black bear, or do you know?
Black bear.
Okay. And as far as the other wildlife that you've seen along the way, anything in particular that's stood out to you besides the bear?
Well, I've enjoyed the birds.
Yeah.
I must say I can't begin to identify them all like I'd
Right.
like to, but the birds have been wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I will include in the wildlife count the little mouse that crawled under the door while I was in the outhouse at one place.
he was just like, "Hey, I just want to say hi, see what was going on."
Yeah. He just stuck his nose under the door and.
Yeah, the waterfowl and just birds of prey and that in general in Montana, especially right along where you're going, are pretty amazing. And
I've seen like osprey chasing eagles, which are chasing hawks, and they're all fighting over a fish that they just caught or something. It's just the daily nature struggles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. There is you see wildlife in its very, very true form there, as far as nature takes its course, whether you like it or not.
It's been great. It's been great. I really enjoyed it all.
Have you been able to track about how many miles you cover in a day?
My tracker does, but I don't have direct access to that. So
okay.
It's been anywhere on the free-flowing river. I had one day that I think I made 30 miles.
Oh.
And other days, much less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, in the Missouri, you don't run into a really much of any kind of heavy, fast-moving water, do you? Or
well, in the upper section, yes.
Well, yeah, I guess.
My goodness, coming out of Holter Dam, that was all very fast, and then all of a sudden the whole river would go into Class 2 rapids.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that many of them, but there were just a whole series of them, one right after another.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, right at the beginning of the Missouri. Yeah, that does get a little western, doesn't it?
That was fun.
Yes, I imagine you're probably through most of that, I would think. Now, when will be the next spot? Do you know where you're going to have to portage around again?
That'll be Sacagawea Dam.
Right, that's what I figured. Okay.
So I got a good long spell before I have to do this again.
Right, yeah, and then Sacagawea, that's another big lake.
Oh, yes.
That you're
they
going to
just keep getting bigger.
Yeah. Over the years, you've heard me talk a lot about Superior Hardwoods of Montana. Yeah, I've talked a great deal about their incredible reclaimed wood from old barns, grain elevators, old homesteads, even old log flumes zigzagging down a mountainside in Montana. If there's an amazing piece of wood that can be reclaimed and turned into an unbelievable one-of-a-kind wood floor, paneling, or, well, just about anything, Superior Hardwoods of Montana has found it, created it, and showed all of us right there online at superior-hardwoods.com. They truly are artists that just happen to use wood as their canvas. And yes, I've also talked about their amazing ability to find some of the most unbelievable exotic woods from all over the world. I was asked the other day if Superior Hardwoods of Montana ever just sold normal wood floors or paneling, or do they only sell wood products that are incredible and unusual? I had to stop and think about that question for a minute. No, not because I could not think of a case where Superior Hardwoods of Montana sold just some usual nice-looking flooring or paneling. They do that a lot. I had to think about it because the folks at Superior Hardwoods of Montana make really any piece of wood incredible and unusual, simply because you will not find any, let me say that again, you will not find any place on earth that cares more about what they sell than Superior Hardwoods of Montana. I guess that's why they've been in business since 1977. It's a passion of everyone at Superior Hardwoods of Montana. I know that because I've known these folks for, well, most of the 65 years that I've been around. So believe me when I say at Superior Hardwoods of Montana, they absolutely cannot wait to guide you through the woods. Go see them next time you're in Missoula, or why not go see them right now at superior-hardwoods.com. Superior Hardwoods of Montana. Go see them. So what causes you to say, okay, I've had enough in a day? Is it just when you're too tired, or?
Yeah, that's been it. If it's not weather related, it's just I'm an early riser, and I like to have some time in the evening, afternoon to relax.
Sure.
So it gets to be mid-afternoon. I'm starting to look for a campsite.
And as far as water, of course, obviously you don't want to just drink right out of the Missouri. That's not one of those rivers you want to do that if you don't have to. Do you have like any kind of water purification that you use, or?
I have some with me. I have not had to use it yet. I have a lot of containers, which I'm loading in the boat as we speak.
Oh, cool. Cool.
But I was running low in Fort Peck, but the fisherman I spoke of kind of came to my rescue on that. So I have not had to treat any water yet.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So do you have any advice for folks that might want to try this? I mean, you're fairly early in your trip, but yeah, I mean, you've covered quite a few miles here. Is there anything that you would advise people to do or not do when they want to try something like this?
Well, do a lot of research, and just, I guess, soul searching as to how long you think you can just keep going. That seems to be the challenge for me. Is I've never been out this long. With just continuous camping. So that in and of itself is a challenge, and just all the other things that come with it: the wind, the large waves, the rain, you name it.
Yeah. Now, when you say go near a town or a city, do you ever get kind of tempted to say, I think I'm going to get a hotel tonight?
Yeah, that is in the possibilities for sure.
Yeah.
especially as I get along. A shower would feel really nice instead of a river bath. So.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Well, good. So this kind of a adventure is something that I would think when you're done with it, you're going to want to, probably tell more people about it, maybe do a book or anything. Have you thought about that at all?
No, I'm not that public on it.
Okay. All right. And how about just dealing with the fact that, you spend a lot of time with yourself? Some people can handle that, but that can wear on you too, just not having anyone else to talk to. How has that been for you?
I think will probably be more of an issue, or maybe not an issue, but just more obvious. I greatly enjoy conversations with people, brief or ongoing conversations, but we'll have to see how it wears on me, after a couple of months. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
see if I pull my hair out just talking to myself.
Well, all right. Well, there was a couple guys that did this before you by the name of Lewis and Clark, and they seemed to come out of it okay. They were gone quite a spell as well. But
I often think of them as I'm going, just thinking, it's so long, it's so far, and I know I have a map in front of me. I know how far it is. I know how long it is. They had no idea.
Exactly. They didn't know what they were going to see. I've often thought of them. I love the history of Lewis and Clark, and I've often thought back in the day that was kind of the equivalent of sending somebody to the moon.
Yes, very much.
You
A
just
complete unknown.
you have no idea what you're going to see, what's going to happen, and all that. So they've blazed a nice trail for you, but you are in some really good company and retracing some incredible footsteps of what those fellas did, and certainly the reason you kind of know where you're at is because of them.
Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'll have to lift a toast to Lewis and Clark every now and then, and if you start getting crazy, you can just talk to them like they're sitting there with you.
They can be a good guide, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. All right, Bryon. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I know you got lots of stuff to do, but I sure appreciate you spending some time with us here on the Montana Outdoor Podcast and just telling us about what's going on. And if you want, feel free to call us or text pictures or just let us know how you're doing anytime, and we're more than happy to do it. We have viewers and listeners from all across the United States and really around the world, and we now have regular viewers in 80 different countries. So if you need us to do a shout out for you or anything like that, you let us know and we'll do it.
All right, this has been fun.
All right, Bryon, thank you very much. You be safe out there and keep in touch, and I can't wait to congratulate you when you hit St. Louis.
Sounds good to me.
All
Thanks
right,
a lot.
take care, my friend.
All right, bye.
There you have it. There is Bryon, and he didn't want to share his last name with me, but that's okay. It was just one of those things where the captain of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, if you listen to our Saturday show, he called me and he said, "Hey, I ran into this guy out on Fort Peck, and he was just paddling along, and he was telling me what he was doing, and here's his number. You ought to call him." And so that's what we did. And I'll tell you, if any of you are ever thinking about these kind of adventures, let us know. I would love to do it. And if any of you are along the Missouri River, keep an eye out. Here, I'll put a picture of his canoe back up again and a picture of him again. Keep an eye out for that guy, and be sure and hand him some water. And if you got an old fishing pole, maybe hand that to him too, because this is just pretty amazing what folks will do. If you've ever done anything like that, let me know. We'd love to have you on and talk with you about it. So that is just one of the things that you could do this summer if you wanted to get out and about. You be careful, be good to each other, and remember, always be kind to those guys in the canoes. You never know how far they've traveled. We'll see you next time on the Montana Outdoor Podcast.
Thanks for watching the Montana Outdoor Podcast. There's no way we could do this podcast without the incredible support of sponsors like Superior Hardwoods of Montana, home of the largest selection of in-stock, high-end wood products and flooring in the western United States. Let them guide you through the woods at superior-hardwoods.com. And of course, Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer in Missoula, home of Boss snowplows and accessories, and Diamond Sea Trailers and accessories. Go see them on the web at rmtte.com. We'd love to hear what you thought of this week's podcast. When you get a minute or two, shoot us an email and tell us your thoughts. Same goes if you have any questions for Rigger or this week's guest. Just send your questions or comments to downrigger@montanooutdoor.com. Hey, don't forget we should be dropping a new podcast this next Saturday. Until then, gang, we hope to see you soon out in Montana's great outdoors.